Hello everybody and welcome to the EXW webinar, which is only for top leaders, for multiplicators, because we are in the pre-launch phase. Actually, we don't have a back office where you can register or something like that. You can do that only via a PDF file, a PDF document. So this is a short brief information, and I gathered all of the information I had in the last couple of days with talks with the CEO, etc., in a compromised form. So I give you a brief introduction of the webinar, how it looks when I do that, or the leaders in these languages do that. So you can get a close look on what happens here and how safe it is, etc. So I'm gonna start, and hopefully we'll be finished in maximum 30 minutes. Okay. Okay, what we offer to you at EXW is its daily payouts. So the level is at the moment in the marketplace, it's very high. So daily payouts are necessary for everybody because everybody wants to have instant payments. It's a very lucrative compensation plan based on a real profound commission and earnings, what happens in the backend. It's very secure because we have a Austrian company and a Slovenian company, and I know the CEO personally. He explained me, and I'm gonna explain you how they earn the money in the backend, so that we have a payout and a direct commission of the work of the exchange. So, and we have a community. This is why what our part is. We found the community, we grow the exchange, so the exchange earns more and we earn more, and this is how the fun starts. So this is the customer back office. We have the EXW wallet, and we invest, like, let's say, the EXW token, and therefore we have a part of the growth of the company. And with the growth of the company, we give a little bit extra on our money because of the success of the exchange. We can deposit via crypto and via SEPA, wire transfer from bank to bank. So it's very easy to use, and there are no limitations on that. So you see here some screenshots from the dashboard, how it looks like when it starts on the 1st of August. You have at the moment Bitcoin, Ethereum, EXW, that is the house intern coin, and a Euro wallet. So you see that here. This is how the team view looks like when you build your team, and where you can earn more money even if you join some more persons into the exchange. You can switch from Ethereum to Bitcoin, from Bitcoin to Euro, etc., vice versa. No problem with that. It goes instantly, and one remarking point is that there are Bitcoin and Ethereum and Euro stocks, so you can have an instant payment on an active wallet in Bitcoin, Ethereum. So this is no problem. So there is it's an official company in Austria, so you have to do a KYC. But this is very easy because you only upload your passport and a selfie with your passport. So this is easy to use. The revenue will be generated through the exchange personally, through a trading company which has all licenses which is needed to trade, and with trading in digital assets. And when the growth of the company comes to a certain point, there they go also in other programs on other marketplaces. And also in August, in October, there is a car program. They actually have around about 20 cars running through Austria. So this will be a long-term rent program, and very cheap for that. It's cheaper than Sixt, but this is planned for October. So how you can start? At the beginning, this is €500 is here written. This is the normal start. You can earn money with 500 euro. But at the beginning, the first month or the first phase for the early birds, they have reduced that to 300 euro. So you can start earning money starting from 300 euro. And later on, this will be at the normal level at 500 euro. At the moment, we have a maximum deposit of 100,000 euro. So this is the maximum what you can do just by sending the money to the exchange and transfer it to EXW. If you want to do more, it's possible, but please give a quick note of to your sponsor or to the company that there will be more money than 100,000, so they can plan and they can adjust some things in the back end to manage the money. It's no problem, but just give a little call in front of. So the payouts are from 0.1 to 0.32%. Why this is mentioned in this range? Normally, in the last 6 months, they pay out 0.32% a day. This is no problem. The only thing where they have to reduce the payout is when the Bitcoin or the crypto market goes like this and this. Let's say 50% more or less. So then they have to compensate that, and therefore they give this range from 0.1 to 0.32. But in the normal days, like these days at the market, they pay out 0.32%. When do they start? They start right now. That is not true because this is the official official presentation. This is for the 1st of August. So we are in the pre-launch phase for the leaders, and you can give this video to the leaders to introduce them to EXW and to build your team in front of the customers. So you can have an advancement when you have here the opportunity to get this video and to give it to others, so you can build your team in front. So you can start right away with a big team, and then you earn money from the first day. So recommendation participation is the compensation goes until 10 levels deep, and it pays out 50, 20, 20, 10, 5, 5, 5, 2, 2, and 1%. This is not of the pay in. So if somebody pays in 10,000 euro, you get nothing from that. You only get the percentage out of the earnings he gets. So if he pays 10,000, he gets, let's say, 10% a month. He gets 1,000 euro a month. And if he is in your first level, you get 500 euro of that. So regarding to these percentages. So it's very easy. And how is the settlement? You get the requirements is for the first level, you need one direct member. It's normal because he is your first. But if you want to go to the second level or the third level, you need one additional partner. So if you want to go to the third level deep, this is 20%. You need 3 direct partners, which has the vault activated. So EXW reserved and blocked for minimum 1 month. I explain that later. So if you go deeper, for example, the 4th layer, you have to have 6 direct partners, and so on. It goes up to 2 direct partners. So if you want to go to the maximum, it's 10 levels deep. You need 20 direct partners in your tree. So you have the activation of the deepest level. Later on, there are some leadership payments planned, but at the moment we start with these basic informations and basic payouts. So we have to look how fast they grow, etc. And then we can plan and do the basic goal is here to have a safe and proven income which grows not only 1 or 2 years, but very, very long. So we can have a participation of the exchange for longer term. This is the plan and the goal. So therefore they have only at the moment only 10 levels deep, which is quite sufficient, I think. So how is the process of settlement, and how does the EXW token work, and why the EXW? Because in other companies you say, I give 1 Bitcoin and they trade based on Bitcoin, but this is not true, because in the back end you have to change the Bitcoin into other assets to do the trading. Yeah, it's normal. You cannot leave the Bitcoin as a Bitcoin and accept a growth of money. And this is why the EXW token is necessary. If you buy the EXW token and the EXW token price is linked to the volume on the exchange, to the amount of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Euro which are in the company. So you have, if, for example, if the price of the Bitcoin rises, normally automatically the price of the volume of the exchange grows. So if then also the EXW price grows, and you have a participation on the growth of the crypto market also. So it's no problem with that you leave the opportunity to be part of the growth of the Bitcoin, etc. But if you buy the EXW token, you give the money to the exchange and say, okay, do your work with the money. They buy Bitcoin, they buy Ethereum, they leave it in Euro, and they do a turnover. And with that work, they earn the money you get for giving them the money. So it's a participation of a company when you buy the EXW token, and then you get the 0.32% of these assets what you bought. So the EXW. And why is it important? I already explained it, because they have Bitcoin and Ethereum stocks in the back end to provide the Bitcoin in an active wallet. So if you go to the exchange and say, I have 100,000 euro and I want to have Bitcoin, they have to have the Bitcoin in the back end. So they can provide it to the active wallet instantly, and you get the Bitcoin and you can instantly transfer it to another site. So this is why the EXW token is important for that. Now you see here the roadmap. The top positioning sale is over. So except for several countries, if there are persons who can grow total company, a total country, then please refer to your recommender, or refer it to me, and we can do a talk with the CEO directly regarding that. The back office launch was planned for the 20th of July, but they said, okay, we want to give the same opportunity to everybody. The only possibility we now have in the pre-launch phase is with the PDF, the gold membership, exclusive gold membership registration. So you can grow your team, your leaders, and at the 1st of August, so in about 1.5 weeks, we gonna start with the back office. The EXW token will be launched, and the back office will be launched, and some other plans are coming. So the car program is in October, the official app is in January, and the payment tool launch will be then on May next year. Why is that necessary or good? This is to have the payment processor of the exchange in normal shops like Aldi, Lidl, etc. I hope that in other countries they know that what that is, or Walmart, whatever, where you want to place a possibility to pay in crypto, and you need this license, and this will be launched then in next year in May. And the official listing of the EXW will be in August next year. Why next year? Because the EXW volume and the price is linked to the volume of the exchange, and therefore they don't want to have this one happen to the EXW price when it comes to an exchange, to another crypto exchange, and the price goes like this. Nobody can rely on that amount, so they have to have enough money until that date, so they can stabilize the price of the coin, because they want to have it grown as a real asset and an aspect of a participation of a company. So that was that part for the presentation. I hope you already understood the opportunity what we have here, because it's a very safe, very secure part, and I'm gonna go now to some frequently asked questions, which I'm compromised in a short, brief way. So you have, for example, but when you saw that you have some questions, I hope I can answer them in front of. If not, go to your recommendator and ask him if he can come to a contact with us or with a recommendator or with Philip or with the CEO. We can do that in front of the start of August. Okay, so I have to switch to the questions. Oops. Okay, here I'm gonna go through the whole FAQ and explain a little. Some things were explained already in the presentation, so I'm gonna go through it. Who's the head behind it? So who's the CEO? The CEO of the Austrian GmbH is Benjamin Herzog. Here stands, he's 22 years old. That looks quite young, but if you keep in mind that his first company he started at the age of 15, I didn't remember what I did when I was 15. I think cycling or something like that. He started his first company with 15. He owns a tea shop in Klagenfurt. He owns mining farms, but he sold it because it's not efficient enough. He owns the exchange. He owns a long-term rental cars, etc. So he's quite in business quite a long time. So we can, and I met him. I know that he knows what he does. So the legal positions are in the GmbH in Austria. It covers the legal components of the exchange and the banking work. And the second part is a daughter GmbH in Slovenia, and this is responsible for issuing the EXW coin. Slovenia, because it's the crypto friendliest country in Europe. And this is the IPO and EXW handling, and the CEO of these GmbH is Christian Singer. So one question was, what happens if something happens to Benjamin? We don't want to do that, to have that, but you know, if you have a one-man show and nobody knows what to do when this person is, for example, ill or something like that, we don't want to go further. Then the GmbH has two silent partners who can continue the business and in case of an emergency and guarantee also the further growth and success of the exchange. The other part of the success is our part, the sales and the marketing. So we can work then together. So it's no problem. We can have here a business for a very long time. So the exchange already funded 1.5 years ago, and they already work successfully, and they have a average turnover of 1.3 million euros per month, so 16 million in the last year. And he has a growth of, in the last 3 months, of 400%. So imagine what happens to you and your team when you have the access to this one and with these assets here and these aspects, and you can grow there. Oh, I don't want to say anymore. It's freaking awesome. So why a GmbH? This is a company type form in Germany, in Austria, because it's a reliable business form. It's attractive for B2B transactions and contacts. It's an open platform for large corporations, and it's the only logical consequence if you want to have a big company. It's to do that with this company form. And for example, Bitpanda is also a GmbH. So no questions here more. How are the funds secured and secured in Germany? This is a little, I translated it from German. So it's, there are two meanings. Okay, this is a security from a from a security company. And how is it secured by itself, by the company? How they get protected. For example, I have to switch this. So, for example, the values which are at the trading partner, they are insured against theft and hacking, etc. So, this is the volume of the amount of money is variable. So this is no problem by that. And the values that are in the exchange, the main part is stored offline in cold wallets, except for the small part which they need for the daily exchange work. So they don't need to have, if, for example, if they have 10 million euros in Bitcoin, they don't have to have all of the 10 million online. So they need a little part because they do a turnover. They buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell. So they need only a small part. And if this got hacked, this is an irrelevant position in quantity and of the exchange. So the main part is safely secured in cold wallets. So when does it start? I already mentioned it. The pre-launch with the elite member and gold member registration is until the 31st of July. This is 1.5 weeks from now. And the start will be on the 1st or the 2nd of August for the back office. Then we have all the access to the back office, and then we can go to work and start with a big team right now. So everybody can log on there and receive the ref link, etc. And they can also do the deposits and start earning money from the first day. So further milestones planned. I already mentioned it in the roadmap. The car program, the official launch of the app, the payment tool, and the listing in September on 3 of the top 10 stock exchanges. They already have the contracts, but they do it in 1 year starting from now. So because of the security I already mentioned. We can get a own credit debit card, but this is based on the amount of customers we have, because Visa or MasterCard doesn't move if you don't have that much persons who wants this card. So, but I think, in my opinion, we'll be quite fast on the amount which is needed for the credit card. So for the beginning, each week will be held 2 live webinars in German by me, and perhaps also in English. Let's look if we find somebody who is better in English than me. Then we have a good partner here. And later, the basic webinar, which was in the front of the webinar or the video I made, will be placed in an automatic type. So I don't have to attend this because it's always the same information. And we will do live webinars for technology question webinars, including special guests. For example, Benjamin will come next Tuesday at 8 o'clock in the evening, German time. Or at Thursday, we will have the top leader of the trading company. The top trader will be on the webinar, and we can do a question time and give a little bit insight of the company. So the plan here in this exchange is to do it as transparent as possible. So this is why also I come to that point later with the securities. Okay, so kickoff events and in various countries are planned. So or as well as leader retreats or training camps. So be online to get these dates when they got issued. So what will be invested? I already explained it. You will buy EXW token, give the money to the company so they can trade and they can exchange and earn in that way the money which is required for the payouts. So what is remarkable that they can do all of the payouts. They can earn all of the payouts only for the aspect on the exchange, and they can earn all of the necessary money all in the aspect of the traders. Yeah. So regardless what happens, they can switch vice versa to the point where they can generate the money double. And this is what gives me a very good feeling. I know that they can do that regardless what happens. So therefore I'm very excited for this opportunity. So the EXW start in the vault. I call it default. I don't know how the name is when the back office launches, so I call it default. And there will be a blockage, the freezement from the tokens for the first days, but you can unfreeze that with a 10% fee. After that, you can remove it with no fee, and you can get access to your money whenever you want. And each deposit has its own 30-day blockage. So, for example, you place 10,000 now, and after 2 weeks you have placed 10,000. Then the first 10,000 have 30 days. The second 10,000 have 30 days. So after 1 month, you can unfreeze, for example, the first 10,000, wait 2 weeks, and then you have no fee at all. Okay. Why the EXW token? I already explained some here. Some cool facts that at the moment the estimated price is 0.45 cents per piece. There is no limitation on the token, because the price of the token is based on not on the amount of coins which are in rotation. It's based on the amount of money which is in the exchange. So they can, at the moment, they start with 1 million token, and they can generate and burn the tokens as necessary for the price. So the main thing is the price is not linked to the volume of the tokens, but it's linked to the volume of the exchange. You have to understand that. Okay, where does the money and from the bonus come from? This is very, very good question. I already mentioned that they can do it in both ways. The first question is, how much do they need? Okay, if you calculate the normal payout of 0.32%, this is 9.6% a month for the customer. So you have 50%, 20, 20, 10, 10, etc. So I summed up all the percentages based on a month. And so in total, you need 21.12% a month for the complete payout and the referees. Okay, for the marketing, everything. So this money can be generated only by the work of the exchange and can be generated only by the work of the trader. So it's no problem. The necessary 22% can be generated from any source. So in the moment, they have a mixture of 80% of the exchange and 20% of the trading, and this can be adjusted as fast as possible, when instantly they can send some more money to the traders and they trade more. And this is why they need a little information if there comes more than 100,000. I guess if the exchange grows, this doesn't, the limitation will grow, because the more money for example, they have 100 million and somebody wants to place 500,000. This is not a big money in relation. So we will look forward to see what happens in the future. So this is the question: what happens if a lot of money is raised in the EXW token? And thanks to the excellent contacts of Benjamin, right now he has various trading segments and high finance sectors. So if there comes a lot of money, he can go to other segments of the aspect of trading and go into the high finance sector, which is interbank agreements, etc. So it's no problem to adjust that to the amount of money which is in the exchange. What is regarding the securities? He has his own e-payment license. He is FCA regulated in Austria. It's we have active Bitcoin and Ethereum wallets. In this year, we will have your own private keys on each of the wallet. So we get trading reports from the trader, not only by PDF. It's a trading report with active links on the blockchain, so you can control if this trade really did happen. Okay. there is no more to say there. This is high secure. It's a maximum transparency. He has own server farms, multiple times secured and mirrored. We have a German support. I think if the foreign community grows in English, there will be also a support, but at the moment this will be starting in German. It's an open commercial register. You can check if the company already exists. It's a new European standardized imprint. We have a technical team consisting of former bank programmers, Raiffeisen banks in Austria, and graphic designers formerly on Facebook, and many, many more. And you can visit the company live. So you only have to drive to Klagenfurt and go to him, say, hey, I'm there. So which coins are offered? At the moment, Bitcoin and Ethereum. And later this year will come Monero, Zcash, and Litecoin additional to the active wallets. So this is all of the information I have right now. I hope that everybody was understandable. And if there are some questions, go to your referred person, to your person who introduced you to this great opportunity. And I hope we will see us on the next webinar, on the next live meeting, and we will take a big part in the growth of the exchange in Austria. Thank you and bye-bye.